played every single season of Call of Duty Mobile since the first beta back almost 5 years ago. And today, I'm gonna give you the top 10 best battle passes ever released in this game's entire history. Starting off with number 10, which had to go to Winter War. Released as the final season for year 1, it featured a new weapon known as the Peacekeeper, the Blast-Off skin, Golem, Heart Adler, and Ghost Dark Vision, while also having a goofy snowball fight emote. A main reason for liking this, however, of course, Hark and Ghost are obviously the best skins in this, as the gun skin slightly let it down. Also, did you see the new battle pass? It was pretty good, and that's why I decided to partner with COD Mobile for this video. You can download the game at the top of the description down below. Number 9, however, had a better skin for one of its guns, the QQ9, with the Trendsetter, as the iron sight on it was just better overall. This was season 9 of year 1, and for characters, they gave us Lev, Nikto, followed by Reznov and Richtofen. And if you guys don't know me, I used to grind World at War, where Reznov and Richtofen were actually intertwined into the storyline. Reznov specifically in this mission called Vendetta, and then Richtofen obviously in the zombies mode. I can't quite put into words what it was like hearing Richtofen back when I was like 10 years old in that zombies mode, but when I listen to it now, it's nothing but nostalgia.
Do you know who I am?
And to think that this battle pass came out like 3 years ago, it's hitting even harder. Because this was a remembrance to the past, and now that battle pass is also in the past. I'm not getting any younger. Something a little newer, however, is number 8, which is year 3, season 3, Radical Raid. Now you cannot tell me that this Mach 10 banana skin isn't one of the best ever released in a battle pass. I mean, just look at it. It was amazing. The Glizzy Gobbler took the scene by storm. I absolutely love this thing. And for the brief moment and period the Mach 10 was actually good, that skin was used by everybody. Not only that, we got a new Park Glam skin and this very iconic Gunzo. There's also these two, but I didn't really care about them as much. All in all, this was a great season with a great battle pass. Number 7 may surprise some of you for being so low on the list, or may surprise some of you for even being in the list at all, depending on when you got the game. But it's the first ever season, which featured the G series camos for guns, along with the red action AK and the Type 25 pinstripe. You also got the OG Ghost skin. If you ever see this skin in a game nowadays, you know that person's been playing for over 4 years. So not only are they an OG, but they felt even back then that they loved the game so much that they were willing to spend money on it. Just imagine the amount of time they've sweated it out in COD Mobile. Number 6 has to be the Forge, simply because the AK-117 skin we got in this was actually based off a different gun entirely called the Maverick from Call of Duty Ghosts, which I loved back in 2013, and it was a completely custom geometry skin for the AK-117 itself. Not only that, we got the DRH. I will say the skin for it maybe not the best, but I have a lot of good memories with it, like getting a double nuke without dying, and also just the DRH is my favorite weapon of all time. But it doesn't stop there. We had a dynamically moving skin called Living Rust for the rest of the battle pass skins. Like, bro, we don't even get that today. There was a bunch of character skins as well, but they just really didn't stand out to me. In fact, I probably would have ranked this even higher if it had better characters, which is the complete opposite of number 5, as it has some super tasty ones. The FTL power line being one of them. When this came out, it was so bright, so vibrant, it took ranked by storm, and I couldn't stop seeing it everywhere, almost to the point where it got annoying. David Mason also looked pretty cool, and Spectre Chrome was fairly unique for the time. Not only that, we got the FR556, which is one of my favorite assault rifles to use just because it's satisfying to hit shots, but it also happens to be one of the worst assault rifles ever released in the entire history of the game. Then, for all my sniper lovers, we got the Locust Carbon Cut, which is still to this day one of the most used Locust skins of all time. There were some other brightly colored skins, but similar to previous battle passes, there's been none where the characters and the gun skins are equally as amazing. But one that comes close is the first anniversary event, which dropped the Finnick. And I mean, my God, was that a good gun to get. You could obliterate everyone using this. It packed a punch. Combine that with the iconic Scylla skin, paired with the diabolically green Reaper Premium, along with the Spectre and the Zero Nebula, which is arguably the worst skin there. You had a battle pass that was primed for success. Don't even get me started on the DLQ Neon Burst, or the Iron Sight on the QQ9 Neon Grunge, as they are both exquisite choices. But when I sat down and really thought about themes and what I loved and the connection I had to a season, I felt like Tokyo Escape great. When it released, hit me the right way. After it had gone, I missed it. And even up until this point, the overall vibe just was amazing. You had the PP-19 Bison, Yokai, Takio, who was there in those OG CODs like World at War as a zombies character, making his return. Ghidorah the Boss, which has actually turned into a YouTuber skin known as Oxy. Spectre Ninja, which I see regularly in rank. And then a bunch of really seasonal themed gun skins. It gave a soft vibe. However, it doesn't hit as much as Season 6 from Year 1, Wild West. If you weren't playing COD Mobile when this released, you missed out massive. It may seem now that we really didn't get a lot because there were only 2 epic characters, and nowadays we get way more than that. But those epic characters meant something when they were released. That BK-57 Wild West, people were spamming videos just talking about it. And don't even get me started on the heat stroke camo that you were allowed to get for your gun. It was phenomenal looking. But this was the season they decided to release the Annihilator within a battle pass. The Annihilator. If this isn't one of the most iconic operators, I don't know what is. Just through and through, I absolutely love this thing. And to be honest, I do miss it. But there is one season that stands above the rest simply because of its gun skin. And that is, of course, Year 1's Season 2, released in the first winter that COD Mobile came out. It didn't even have a theme or a name for it, so I'll just go with Winter Wonderland. You got the AK-47 Glacier. Just look at it. Check it in. Yep, this was a battle pass skin, ladies and gentlemen. A moving, bright blue, crystal glacier, godly skin. There was also the Arctic 50, and to top it off, you got one of the rarest skins in the game, the Ruined Jade. I adore this era of COD Mobile, and I love this battle pass. Subscribe and live with purpose.